That's right, Claire. We made you your own music video here on your debut
Oh,
on the Up and Adam Show. One of the busiest women in all of football, doing it all. Co-host of the podcast, The Kittle Things, with, of course, Niners absolute studs, future Hall of Famer tight end George Kittle. You have your new YouTube series, Wifed Up, Mic'd Up, which I'm obsessed with. How is it going? What has this season been like?
oh my gosh. Well, first of all, that little highlight reel was sick. Thank you for
Thank you.
that. I loved it. It has been so fun and crazy. It's like a whirlwind. We're just like doing all the things, and I'm trying to say yes to more things and, show the fans more of like the behind the scenes of our life and football and game days and things like that. So that's really where Wifed Up, Mic'd Up was born. And doing it with Kristen has been such a blast. And then doing a podcast with my husband, whose personality is everywhere. And you all love him. Everybody loves him. It's like, it's been so fun.
Is there like feedback that you're already getting from Wifed Up, Mic'd Up that people are like, I didn't know that? Or is there like a misconception that you're out to reveal about what it's like to be the support system for, the man in your life who you love more than anything, and just living through those football ins and outs?
Yeah. I don't know if there's something to reveal. I guess just showing more detail and being in control of that content was like really the goal that Kristen and I wanted to show everybody. But one thing people just like assume is when we travel to these away games that we get to fly on the plane with the boys, we get
Yeah.
tickets for free. We like, everything's rolled out and we don't have to work or ask for help or like get our own tickets or buy our own plane tickets and things like that. So no, it's very much just a trip like any fan would take. And, we're booking our plane tickets and figuring out where the parking lot is and where do we go in and how do we see them on the field and then where is our seat, like just all the regular stuff. So that's been a more unique piece to show, I guess, that we haven't showed before.
And well, you're doing these tailgates. Like you're doing
Yeah.
so, like, tell me a little bit about that. What are you like? I felt like I didn't know that you were out there like playing this huge role in the visiting teams where you are. Like, what has that been like?
Yes. So my Hoss tailgate tour, it's the first year I've done that. We started in LA, then we went to Phoenix, and we have our final one here at home in San
Awesome.
Francisco. And it's so fun. I grew up in the Midwest, so that's like football country, and we tailgated. I mean, people would pull up to the parking lot the night before a game in their RVs and camp out so they could wake up at 6 a.m. and start grilling and have a beer and go to the football game. So I want to just, when we're traveling, we can't always, tailgating and go and do those things. So I wanted to have a tailgate and I wanted to be in charge of it. And I wanted to bring Niner fans and football fans in general together before a game, have a good time, and just roll right into the game on a positive note.
And you're always filming. It's a lot. I'm sure you're learning a lot about yourself, what it's like to collaborate, what it's like. You were the star of Netflix Receiver season two, star to all the receivers, and of course your husband. You were the star. You like popped off the page. It was so genuine and such like a good peak. And now like with this new series with Kristen, like you guys get to call the shots. Like the cameras were on you before, so maybe you're used to that. But what are you learning about that process and deciding like that's important, cut this out? Like it's a lot of decisions.
Totally, it is. It's it's been amazing though because that's everything, right? Owning your own content and I loved doing receivers and Netflix and that was fabulous and we had such an amazing team to work with and we wanted to emulate that again in what we're doing with Wiped Up Mic'd Up. And so I think it's been really positive all around and it's something we wanted to do for a really long time. Of course, we're learning things. We've never had a show before and YouTube is a whole beast. But we've had really great partners and brand sponsorships and partners to be a part of it and everyone's so excited and Smirnoff has been one of my favorites to do and we're pulling that into like the tailgating moment and my holiday bar moment and it's become a family affair and we're showing you guys everything.
Yeah, we do game days campaign. You're working with Smirnoff on that. What's been your favorite part of that partnership?
Yes. I mean, they just have the same vibe as us. It's like game days are more than just the actual game, and it's the traditions leading up to it. It's what you do at home before you're going to the game. It's the fit checks. It's having our family fly in from across the U.S. to spend a weekend with us. And it's just been so fun to partner with them because they get it. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's just a brand that really relates to our family and our friends and just showing you guys more behind the scenes.
And it's very celebratory, I feel like Smirnoff. They just want to be in the
Yeah.
middle of the party. And in this world where we're all like stuck on our phones and we're always like maybe taken out of the moment, like Smirnoff, when I think of it, I think of party. I think of coming together to hopefully watch, and we'll talk a little bit more about Smirnoff and the Super Bowl giveaway. I want you guys in. I want you back in that game. I want it for you, Claire. I want it for George. I want it for everybody. There's your Niners at the 6th seed. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at the
We're
playoff
we're
picture.
little sneaky up here. Could
I
sneak
think
our
so
way right
too.
on in there. And
You
we like
mentioned
that vibe.
I know you're from the Midwest. It's very likely, Claire, to come down to week 17 against the Bears in Santa Clara. I want
I
to
know.
know, how does that go for the Till Kittle family vibe? And of course, for your YouTube series, will we get to see that?
Oh my gosh. Yes. And my
That's gotta be
uncles,
crazy. You're a Bears fan, so is George at heart somewhere down there deep.
my uncles are Bears fans. My grandpa is a Bears fan. My mom's side of the family was Packers fan. I was raised a Packer fan. George was raised a Bear fan. But we don't care about any of that anymore. Niners all the way, baby. That's actually my last tailgate that weekend. So it's going to be mass chaos. We have so many friends and family coming into town. The vibes will be so high. We will send George out with all of our energy. And I just can't wait for it. That's what you want football to be. Come
Yeah.
down to the
And
wire.
we got to get you back in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's in your backyard. It's up there. I can't imagine like how amazing that would feel. And we saw some of these like really intimate moments that I got to give it to you. And I appreciate how like your candor, like you guys showing on receiver, you saying, yeah, like this is what it was like to have this heartbreak hit in that. Like, I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if I have a question for that. I just want to really commend you. I wanted to
That
commend you on
it's
that.
just so
You,
exciting that the Super Bowl is
yeah.
at home
Yeah,
and
but you guys are
they
always
have a
picking
road
up the
that can happen.
like you guys you guys I say you guys like the support system. I've always said this. I know you've heard me say it. Like in the Bay Area, it just hits different. It hits different
Yeah.
as somebody who's not there looking on socials at you, all of the support that you guys give. You know, I thought it was really interesting. And I want to ask you about this when I saw, and I've heard this like a million times before, but I wanted to get your take on it. Amon Ra, St. Brown's partner, Brooklyn Adams,
Yep.
she said that she's not a big fan of the WAG label. I hear this a lot. Could you sort of talk me through whether
Yeah.
you think it's appropriate or like what, you know, how we can do a better job of framing you, how you'd want to be framed as these
Yeah.
powerhouses?
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's an easy, quick word to put a mass label on a
Yeah.
bunch of people. So I get that totally. I think, were raised on it being a negative thing and a negative word. And don't get me wrong, all of us, a lot of us get, flack and you've heard
Mm,
it all, right? So I don't know. I think we're changing the narrative too, right? And that's another reason Kristen and I wanted to do this wifed up, mic'd up, and be in control of our own content because it's like we're normal chicks who love football and want to tailgate before and then love our husbands after. Like we just wanted to show that. And I think it's changing. I think there's so many incredible women across the league, and women are really coming into sports so much so in like the last 3 years. It's really exploding on all levels, and it's so fun to see. Um,
okay.
so I don't know. We're changing it, and
Is
it's just a word.
Yeah, is there a word? Should we not use that word? Would you prefer that? Is there a different thing we should, or are we just working on changing
No,
what maybe
I
is an
think it's just
association to
changing
it?
the
Yeah.
connotation around the
Well,
word.
you guys are doing that. If one exists, you guys are
Yeah.
absolutely doing that. You helping lead that way, which I think is very, very cool. You guys had this Christmas party. I don't know
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. I've met him once. I don't know his lovely wife, but I know that they wore the same thing. Do we have a picture of that? I think we do.
Yeah, they're
What do I
fabulous.
need? What do I need to know about these? And
Oh my
what
God.
is? There was a drink on the menu that was, Brock Purdy
Yeah.
moniker. Like, what does this photo say about these two?
Rock the Halls, I think, was the drink. First of all, love them, Iowa people. And they're just so fun. Like that boy loves to karaoke, as does the entire team.
Did he
And
karaoke, Claire?
oh yeah, everybody did. Everybody
To
was.
what
No one
song?
wanted to leave. It was just like you had to plug your ears. Not for him, but for everybody singing. It was hilarious. And Jenna's just so sweet. Like we're so happy to have them. And I mean, I fully trust him as a quarterback. He's just like laser focused on everything in his life. And it's nice when someone younger than you is like so dialed and so laser focused and so mature. You know what I mean? You just like trust that. You're
Mm.
like, when he's going to the free throw line, I know he's going to sink it. Or when he's shooting a 3-pointer, I'm not going to go in for a rebound because I know it's going in. That
You have
type
these
of.
two, yeah. You have these two Christmas trees in back of you. Is ball 50 wrapped under one of them? George's 50th touchdown. Where is it? Is it under there?
It's actually normally I have it out here, but there's too many Christmas decorations. So I have it in the room just behind that wall.
I love it. Beautiful family. I bet you guys are babysitting that new fresh Brock Purdy baby as well, which is so
Oh,
fun. I love watching. I love the new series. Thank you for inviting us on the ride to get even more action. I do want to remind everybody it's Smirnoff.com, right? There's like a Super
yeah.
Bowl trip available.
Smirnoff
Tell
on Instagram at Smirnoff. Yeah,
Okay.
so they're rolling out a bunch of cool things around the Super Bowl, and starting December 15th, fans need to go to at Smirnoff on Instagram, and they're going to be releasing a bunch of information about some sweepstakes, some giveaways, and really cool fashion merch leading up to the Super Bowl. And like the grand prize is the NFL experience and a really sick varsity jacket. So make sure you do that on December 15th.
It's Smirnoff.com/N-USA/game day drops. We'll tweet it, of course, but there's designer merch like you're talking about. There's like a one of a kind game day jacket, and there's a trip
Yep.
to San Francisco to hopefully root on the Niners. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Claire, for the time. Best of luck to you and George. You got, I think, the
Thank you.
Titans this weekend. By the
Yes,
way,
Titans at home.
walk off here, Commissioner Goodell saying Nashville could get a Super Bowl. Nashville, best Super Bowl city of all time, potentially.
Oh, well, they're going to have that new stadium, and we love Nashville. They know how to tailgate there.
They do, and they have lots of Smirnoff to drink to keep you warm and cozy.
They
Okay,
do.
thank you, Claire, so much. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, hey.